right, everyone. Welcome back to the Algorithm Speaks, where we like to, dive deep into that crazy world of the Pokémon TCG Pocket subreddit.
Yeah.
And oh boy, this week,
It is a wild one.
the algorithm, it did not disappoint.
No.
We got spicy memes, we got some hot takes,
Mhm.
we even got maybe a couple of heartwarming moments sprinkled in there that'll make you say, oh,
Yeah.
just like a freshly hatched Tagyuki. You know what I mean?
This week, the community is particularly fired up, it seems,
You know it.
with lots of chatter around card art and
Yeah.
and the meta, of course.
Oh, the meta.
Always the meta.
And those coin flips,
Wow.
the ones that can make or break a match.
You love them, you hate them, gotta have them.
You got to have them.
Yeah.
Well, first up, we got this post that's been, it's been making the rounds,
Oh, yeah.
featuring everybody's favorite Sinnoh champion,
Okay.
Cynthia.
Oh, okay.
But hold on to your hats, folks, because this is not your grandma's Cynthia. Let's just say somebody decided to give her a little, a glow up.
Interesting.
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, no.
This post, it shows a rather, how do I put this delicately?
Enhance.
Enhanced image of Cynthia.
Sure.
There you go. And it sparked quite a debate, wouldn't you say, in the comments?
Yeah, it really has.
About the use of AI in art, artistic license, and, anatomy.
Of course.
We've got folks, some of the top comments are just pure comedic gold.
I love those.
Praising the heavies and joking about the, heavy weapons guy from Team Fortress 2.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Classic.
Right.
Yeah.
But then you got those who are, deeply concerned
Oh, no.
about the implications of using AI to enhance certain features.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Yeah. It's a whole thing.
Well, it's interesting, though, to see how one image can tap into several different conversations going on in the community, right?
Right.
Like the role of AI in art is one. Representation of, female characters is another one. Of course, the line between humor and something maybe a little more suggestive.
And let's not forget the original artist.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Bless their soul, because they're getting bombarded with accusations
Really?
of using AI.
Oh, wow.
But their response, pure class.
Oh, good.
They basically said, hey, I'm actually talented. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's a great reminder, isn't it, that there's a real person behind every piece of art.
Absolutely.
And just assuming that AI was involved kind of undermines all their skill and effort.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Let's move on from the Cynthia discourse before things get too spicy.
Sure.
We have this other post. It's a little more wholesome.
Okay, good.
A little more eye-inducing.
I like those.
Yeah. This one features two cards that seem, unrelated at first.
All right.
You got Swinub,
Okay.
looking all adorable and innocent.
Yeah.
Then you got Weavile,
I love Weavile.
rocking that, mischievous grin surrounded by its pack.
That tracks.
And so, what does the internet do with this?
Get scared to know.
They spin a tale of escape and pursuit, of course,
Of course they do.
because the internet's got an internet.
Right.
The top comments,
Yeah.
they're just adding fuel to this fire,
Oh, I bet.
talking about how Swinub can finally sleep again now,
Yeah.
and how their hypno will make sure that those Pitsky Weevils don't catch up.
I see.
But it gets better.
Okay.
One commenter comes in with a plot twist,
Oh.
so epic that M. Night Shyamalan would be proud.
Wow. Okay.
They suggest that Mamoswine, Swinub's final evolution,
Right.
is actually saying a very heartfelt goodbye to his loving Weevil family before going on a journey.
That's so sweet.
I know, right? Talk about a heartwarming headcanon.
That's fantastic.
It's a beautiful example of how subjective interpretation can lead to multiple valid readings
Yeah, it's true.
of even the simplest imagery. And it really highlights the depth of engagement that this community has
Absolutely.
with the game's lore and artwork.
For sure.
And then just when you think it can't get any better,
oh, there's more.
another commenter swoops in with a bunch of party emojis
Party time.
and just declares they're just throwing them a party.
Oh.
Because sometimes the simplest explanation is the best.
Yeah, I like that.
And who doesn't love a good Pokemon party?
Nobody. That's who.
Right.
Exactly.
Speaking of special, our next post features a certain Team Galactic leader
Okay.
who has gotten himself into a rather, compromising position, let's just say.
All right.
You see Cyrus looking all nonchalant,
Yeah.
seemingly abducting Dialga, the temporal Pokemon,
Oh, boy.
and the internet, as you can
I
imagine,
can only imagine.
is having a field day.
Yeah.
The comments are just a goldmine of jokes
Oh, good.
about the, sus nature of the last panel
Yeah.
and the proper way to read manga.
I was going to say,
The artist even had to come in and clarify the reading order, but
honestly. Yeah.
I think the confusion just adds to the humor.
Absolutely.
Right. It's like a meme within a meme.
Oh, yeah. Layers, like an onion.
But jokes aside,
Yeah.
this post also accidentally highlights Cyrus's, well, surprising strength.
In what way?
I mean, he's casually carrying a Pokemon that is heavier than a small car.
That's a good point. Yeah. It's easy to forget how powerful some of these characters are.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that appearances can be deceiving.
Mm-hmm.
And even seemingly unassuming characters can possess hidden depths.
It's true. You never know what you're going to get.
Okay, let's take a break from the memes for a moment
Okay.
and delve into something that we can all relate to, okay?
Right.
Making those oh-so-human mistakes.
Oh, I know those very well.
Even when we think we're seasoned veterans of the game.
It happens to the best of us.
Right. This post
Yeah.
features that dreaded message
Uh-oh.
that we all know and fear. What is it? Attach an energy card before attacking.
Ugh, the worst.
The caption,
What does it say?
LeBron, one of us.
Oh, no.
The universal experience
Tell me about it.
of having a brain fart, even when you've been playing for years.
Too real.
The comments are just a symphony of shared pain and commiseration.
I bet.
People are recounting their own facepalm-worthy moments, like forgetting to attach energy or playing the wrong card because they got distracted by a lab coat.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah.
It's a beautiful reminder, isn't it?
Of what?
That we're all human.
Oh, yeah.
Even the most elite Pokemon masters among us.
Oh, absolutely.
We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
And sometimes those mistakes are so ridiculous, all you can do is laugh.
Laugh or cry, depending on the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe cry a little inside if it costs you the match.
Especially then. Yeah, it's that shared experience, that ability to, laugh at ourselves and bond over our blunders. It makes the Pokémon TCG community so great. It's not just about winning.
Right.
It's about the journey, the shared passion, and the occasional facepalm moment.
So true. Now let's shift gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about something that's both beautiful and a source of much debate.
Okay. All right.
The full art card of Cresselia, the lunar Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful card.
This artwork, it's breathtaking.
Yeah, it is.
But the community, they're torn.
Why is that?
Well, they love the aesthetics, obviously.
Right.
But they also know that if this card was an EX,
Oh.
it would be, well, absolutely broken.
Yeah, that's the dilemma, isn't it?
Right.
Trying to balance, aesthetics with gameplay.
Yeah.
Sometimes a visually stunning card has to be mechanically underwhelming,
Right?
just to keep things fair.
Yeah. The top comment, it sums it up perfectly.
What's it say?
If it was worth 2 knockout points, it would be completely unplayable.
Yeah, true.
It's a tough pill to swallow.
It is,
But sometimes you got to sacrifice power for prettiness.
I suppose. Well, it raises an interesting question, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
About the value we place on different aspects of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Is it purely about winning? Or is there also room to just appreciate the artistry,
Right.
the craftsmanship?
That's a great point. And while we're on the topic of beautiful cards, the comments are, well, they're overflowing with praise for other visually appealing cards.
Like what?
Like Superior,
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Shaman. Clearly, the community have a deep appreciation for the artistic talent behind these cards.
Yeah, absolutely. The artwork can be a really powerful draw, It creates an emotional connection to the cards and to the game itself.
Speaking of emotional connections, our next stop on this deep dive takes us to a post that sparked a rather heated debate about the game's longevity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it seems like some players are starting to feel a little burnt out
Burnt out.
by those recurring battle events.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
This one really hit a nerve.
Yeah, I bet.
It exposed a key challenge, I think, for any live service game.
Which is?
Keeping the player base engaged over the long haul.
Right.
It's a delicate balancing act
Yeah, it is.
between providing enough content to keep things fresh
Mm-hmm.
and avoiding that dreaded content treadmill that can lead to burnout.
Makes sense. What was the community saying about all this?
Oh, the comment section.
Yeah.
It basically became a battleground of opinions. You had the hardcore grinders
You know the ones.
saying, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
while others were calling for more variety in the events,
Oh, like what?
like no X events or type-specific restrictions.
Oh, interesting.
One comment in particular, though, it was really insightful, I thought.
Oh.
Compare these repetitive events to a dopamine cycle,
That's interesting.
where players feel compelled to complete tasks, even when they're not really enjoying them anymore.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
It's a sobering reminder,
it is.
even in a game, It's important to be mindful of our own motivations and avoid falling into a mindless grind.
For sure. Well, that got deep fast.
I know, right? It's like the Pokémon TCG is holding up a mirror to our own lives, forcing us to confront our relationship with work, rewards, and the pursuit of digital glory.
Whoa. Okay, maybe that's a bit too philosophical
Yeah, you're right.
for a Friday afternoon. Let's lighten things up a bit.
You're right. Let's lighten things up
Okay?
with a post that's guaranteed to make you chuckle.
Okay, I like those.
All right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
The Moltres post.
Moltres.
Okay, the one with the caption, "Behold, my signature move,"
Okay.
and a picture of that majestic, fiery bird Pokemon.
We love it.
But the real comedy gold,
Where is it?
it's in the comments,
Oh, of course.
where players are sharing their tales of woe and frustration with Moltres' signature move. Burning Spin. Burning Spin. That coin flip dependent move that can either be a glorious blaze of victory or a frustrating fizzle of defeat.
Yeah, I've been there.
And judging by the comments, a lot of players are experiencing the latter.
Oh, I bet.
The comments, it's a mix of just hilarious rants
I can imagine.
about rigged coin flips
Yeah.
and then some heartfelt commiserations.
Oh.
One player, they even said they were willing to bet their own life that Moltres' coin flips are weighted towards tails.
Wow, they really feel strongly about this.
They do. It's a classic example, I think, of the love-hate relationship players have with luck-based mechanics.
Yeah, it's true.
They can add an element of unpredictability and excitement,
Sure.
but they can also be incredibly frustrating when the RNG gods decide it's just not your day.
I feel like that sometimes.
You do.
Yeah.
But speaking of strategy, our next post takes us deep into the ever-evolving meta,
Okay.
where players are constantly trying to, outsmart each other, find that optimal deck. This post
Yeah.
focuses on the dreaded Darkrai EX,
Oh, Darkrai EX.
a card that's been, wreaking havoc, I'd say, in the current meta,
I've heard about this.
and the community's quest to find an effective counter.
Yeah, good luck to him.
Darkrai EX, it's definitely become the boogeyman of the meta.
It has, huh?
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And players are scrambling to find a way to deal with its, overwhelming power.
That's rough.
But fear not, fellow trainers,
Okay.
because the community has been hard at work brainstorming counter strategies.
Oh, good.
And one comment in particular, it really stood out.
What did it say?
It argues that Druddigon,
Druddigon.
a card that's often paired with Darkrai EX,
Right.
is actually a blessing in disguise.
Really?
Yeah, this commenter brilliantly pointed out that Druddigon was, instrumental in curbing the aggressive aggro decks that dominated the early meta.
Oh, I see. So it's like a necessary evil kind of thing.
Exactly. It prevented those turn one knockouts.
Oh, that's annoying.
I know. And it forced players to, adopt a more strategic approach.
That makes sense then.
So, Druddigon, the unsung hero.
The protector against those who would seek to end the game before it even begins.
I love it.
It's a good example, right, of how the meta is constantly shifting. And sometimes the cards that seem problematic on the surface are actually playing a really vital role in maintaining balance.
Okay, besides the Druddigon revelation, what other counter strategies did the community come up with for this Darkrai X menace?
Well, there were several suggestions, using Executor EX, which can hit Darkrai EX for weakness.
They're smart.
Yeah, and Mega EX, which can be powered up by Dialga's ability to deliver a really powerful blow.
I like that.
But the overall sentiment was that Darkrai EX, it presents a unique challenge.
Yeah.
And finding a consistent counter is going to require some really creative deck building.
Right.
And strategic thinking.
The never-ending arms race of the meta. It's what keeps the game fresh and exciting.
For sure.
But speaking of fresh and exciting, let's move on to a post that's both amusing and, a bit head-scratching. This one, it features a screenshot of Roselia with the caption, "Look how they massacred my boy."
Oh no, what happened?
The massacre in this case refers to the absence of Roselia's baby form, Bewdew. in the digital version of the game.
Oh, beautiful.
And the comments. They're a delightful mix of confusion and humor.
I bet.
One player joked that Budew is, like, terrorizing the actual TCG, while another expressed release that this potentially overpowered baby Pokemon is nowhere near the digital meta.
Well, I guess every game needs its limits, right?
Right. It's a lighthearted example of how adapting a physical card game to a digital platform,
Yeah.
it can lead to some interesting omissions.
Yeah.
Or changes.
Of course, yeah.
And while the absence of Budew might seem like a minor detail,
Yeah, true.
it clearly sparks some amusement and discussion within the community.
Well, sometimes it's those seemingly insignificant details that lead to the most entertaining conversations.
That's a great point. But speaking of entertainment, we can't end this deep dive without, feasting our eyes on the visual splendor of the latest full art cards.
Oh, yes.
This post, it's a gallery. It showcases all the gorgeous artwork from the new expansion.
I love those.
And let me tell you, it is a sight to behold.
The artwork is always so impressive.
It is. And the community is, well, they're absolutely gushing over them.
As they should be.
The comments are just overflowing with heart-eye emojis and pronouncements of love for Cresselia, Infernape, Giratina.
All the good ones.
All the stunning cards.
It really is a testament to the incredible artistic talent behind these cards.
It is. And it's a good reminder that the artwork is a huge part of the Pokemon TCG experience.
Absolutely.
And these full art cards, they're truly something special. They elevate the game from, a simple card game to a collectible work of art.
Beautifully said. Yeah, it just goes to show you that even when they're complaining about Darkrai X running rampant or lamenting the lack of Budew in the digital game, they're doing it with a sense of humor and camaraderie.
It's what makes this community so special.
It makes you wonder, though, what is it about the Pokemon TCG, both physical and digital, that inspires such passionate engagement? Is it the strategic depth? The thrill of collecting, the nostalgia factor.
It's probably a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
right.
Probably.
Or maybe it's something else entirely.
Ooh, like what?
That intangible magic that Pokemon has always had.
Yeah.
That ability to, bring people together.
Right.
Whether they're battling for championship titles or just, sharing a laugh over a meme.
It's a powerful thing.
It is.
So as you go forth and build your decks, trade your cards, and maybe even curse Moltres' coin flips.
Oh, yeah.
Take a moment to appreciate the community that makes this game so special.
It's a good point, because at the end of the day, it's not just about the cards.
Yeah.
It's about the connections we make.
Right.
The stories we create.
Yeah.
And that shared passion that, keeps us coming back for more. And, hey, maybe someday we'll get that Budew card and, unleash chaos upon the meta.
One can only hope.
Until next time. Keep those decks creative.
Yes.
Those trades fair.
Keep them honest.
And those memes spicy.
Always.
We'll see you back here for another deep dive into the ever-evolving world of, well, the algorithm speaks.